Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Keith hanging out tonight on the bench with our CEN F450. We finally got the hubs we needed to put on our fancy KG1 billet wheels, so let's get that going. Unfortunately, we could not get new tires. We are in the process of debonding these tires using some of our CalRC CA debonder. We're going to show you how to do that the cleanest as you can possible, because for some reason we cannot get any of these tires local. Even eBay has a lengthy wait. They said October when I looked at ordering them on eBay. So we want to get these done. We're going to strip them off the old wheels. The old wheels are plastic. We're not going to use them ever again. And we'll show you how to clean that up. So I'm going to get these wheels off. We're going to change this camera angle. We'll see you guys back here in a second and show you that painful process. Okay guys, now that I get the wheel off of the truck, what I like to do is just kind of work it with my hand, squish it, kind of work the rubber, and you can hear the little bit of cracking. Kind of break that initial first bond so you can help get the debonder down inside. Sometimes they're only actually just glued to the outside edge, and you can get lucky and pop them off. CEN did a pretty good job on it. Then I like to take a tool. I use this rod link. You can use like your nut driver, whichever you want. I just use this rod link because it's got an edge I can push in, and then once I get through I have a smooth edge I can work around. Then I like to just kind of break the bead a little bit. You don't want to rip the tires, so just go a little bit, just kind of work it. You can actually start to get it to go and come right off without using any debonder if you just keep going at it. This side was glued right to the face, so it take a while for the debonder to get down in there. So this is just going to help that out. Well, that worked out nice. We got that guy to break free as he was only glued on the very, very, very outside edge. Backside, I don't think we're going to be so lucky. So. And I don't want to rip the bead off. No, they got the back done really nicely, so we're going to go over to our CalRC CA debonder, and we'll run a bead of that around there. It says 30 to 120 seconds to soften up. You don't want to push down on the rubber. And run a nice little bead all the way around, and then let it start doing its thing. It will take the paint off the rim, and it creates a bit of a mess. You get silver paint transferring onto the wheel like it is already and such like that. So this is not the choice method of doing this, but remember guys, we couldn't get any tires, so we're just going to reuse these ones. So it is what it is. I'm going to let that sit. We're going to come back. Basically, I'm going to let that sit and start going through. Once we're through, I'll start working around. I'll show you that in a second. Stay tuned. Hang on a second. Okay, it's been about two minutes or so. You don't want to let it sit too long because it'll actually melt the glue, and then the glue will start to dry on its own. So as we go around, we've worked it already, so it should break free pretty easily. And once we get a spot like this, we can get in, we'll just keep working around. And this guy, we can actually hook the bar in behind the bead and slowly just use it like a bead breaking tool. If you go in this little circular motion here, and just pay attention that you're staying underneath the bead if it doesn't rip on you, right? So. Not bad, not bad. We got it off. Tore up the inside of the bead just a little bit right here. Nothing to run home about. I can just glue that back down, no problem. So now we got to go through and scrape all this glue off. That sucks. I use a backside of a razor with a broken tip, and you just go backwards across and scrape all this off. It takes some time, guys. Get all that off, and then you can mount them up. Looks good. We'll get these put on the truck. We'll throw those on. We'll come back with a few more upgrades. We got the fifth wheel hitch, the bumper hitch, a whole bunch of hitches, and a bunch of fun stuff like that. We'll see you guys back in a few seconds here. Okay, guys, there we go. We got the wheels mounted. We ran into a little bit of a hiccup as we're thinking the bolt pattern on the KG1s is bigger, so we went with the larger hub. Quickly on that hub topic, while we're there, the part number is not listed in the manual for either truck. The hubs for the KG1 wheels are CD0612 and CD0613. 613 are your rear, and 612 are your front. So CD0612, CD0613. We took a little bit of poking around. We were able to find the part numbers elsewhere, but it's not in the manual, so see a little bit of time on that. We also mounted these wheels up with the CDK0610 bullet spikes for them. Looks fantastic on there. And we have the CKD0601 for the front wheels on there for the part number. Unfortunately, I lost one for the rear, but I think it's 0602 for the rear wheels. There is a difference between the front and the rear wheels when you go to the aluminum. We ended up painting the American Force wheel and just drilling out the holes bigger to make them kind of pinch in between them. It works good for now. We might order the rear set of aluminum, but it's $100. It's almost kind of wasteful. Anyway, let's get on with the mods. Truck looks fantastic. I'm liking the look of the wheels. Get rid of that plastic junk. Okay, enough about those fantastic looking wheels. Let's move on to the other mods that we have lined up for tonight. That piece fell out. Fantastic. Next up is the Gooseneck hitch. That is CKD0453. That's from CEN Racing, another Chaos product. Really nice stuff. Really nice finish on these Chaos parts. We put the links on them, but you can see that nice machining on there. Just really nice and classy looking. Nice logo, nothing cheesy, looks good. This guy's going to mount between the shock towers. Super simple. There's already a divot in the body, like kind of marked out where the hitch will push through. And it comes with that piece that fell down there that mounts onto your trailer. Super simple. No instructions, you guys. That's just 4 screws, shock towers, easy cheesy. And then from there, we're going to crack open the bag number CKD0450, and that is your aluminum trailer hitch for the back that kind of tucks under. I wasn't aware this final hitch part is plastic. Now I believe this is a harder type plastic. It still is pretty flimsy, so I imagine this will not work too well. But there might be an upgrade, or there might be an aluminum one you can buy. I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to look into that. Anyway, let's get it. Okay, super simple. You basically take off these 2 rear body mounts that are sitting onto your stamped steel shock towers on the rear. You're going to bolt this guy in between those. It comes with hardware, a couple small little 2mm screws to run through to replace your body pins, and then 2 more screws just to bolt it through. You're going to reuse the shock screw and one of these screws into the side there. So super easy, super cheesy. Now I'm not sure if it goes this way or this way in the truck. I imagine it goes this way, but you're going to want to cut the hole in the body on the truck first and kind of line it up and see which way it goes. So let's get that done first. We're going to use our fancy Duratrax body reamer. The hole is to the front of the body hole, so yeah, it's going to go that way. So you can imagine it's going to go in this way. So simple enough. Boom, boom. Yeah. Yeah. So let's get this in, and then we'll go back. We'll finish off the body. Okay, so I got the shocks in there holding in place. I'm going to grab some Loctite. We're going to use our CEN Racing Loctite, and we're going to start Loctiting the screws in. We'll put the back two shorter ones in, and then we'll pull the front ones out, Loctite them, put them back in. Remember, Loctite everything that is not nylocked or not into plastic. Okay, so you can reuse all the parts that actually, the screws that mount the shock towers, but inside of the little care package, you're going to need to grab out these little 2mm by, I'd say, 10mm screws, your 1.5mm driver, and that's going to actually run your, gotcha, the screws for the plastic. That will be your new body mounts. Screw it up. Okay, we're going to start with just throwing them in where it was pinned. We've got our body hole cut in the bottom there to fit over the receiver part for the nice hitch there. Really nice, right to the chassis style. No knick-knackery. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Money, money, money. She sits right on there nicely. Perfect. Couldn't ask for a better fit. That is awesome. There is now your ball. You're going to want to, it's got this quick disconnect with a 3/16 threaded rod insert. You could weld that piece onto your trailer and you can thread this on. And this guy lifts up. You see that? So this guy lifts up, then you can take the ball out the side there. So pretty cool. Good swivel, nice, gonna be fantastic for trailer building. And this guy on this end has a hex head hidden underneath it. 2.5mm. So we're gonna Loctite that guy up. We're gonna drive that in there. We're gonna have a nice gooseneck hitch sticking out the back. It also has a 8mm socket on there too. We can throw air. There we go. 7mm, sorry. Okay, that looks dope. We have a fifth wheel trailer going. I don't know if I've shown you guys any of that, but Jesse and I have been working on building a Scal 40-foot gooseneck trailer. We built the I-beams, everything ground up. It's been a mountain of work. We've got hundreds of dollars of shear work into it to get a whole bunch of metal sheared up for it and stuff, but we're waiting on that hitch to come in. That's a nice solid mount. You can pick the truck up by that no problem, so that's going to haul weight real nice. Okay, so let's put this hitch on the rear now really quick. This does have a quick instruction manual. I'm going to take a quick glaze through there and make sure we're not going to miss anything stupid. And that's going to bring us pretty much to the end of the mods on our CEN 450 until we start getting our parts in from 110 Rod Shop. Check them out on Facebook or their website, 110 Rod Shop. Check them out. They got really nice full front ends with grills and bumpers and lights, and lights with marker lights that light up, and tail lights, and fold down steps, and just crazy stuff for the truck. It looks really good. Marker lights for the roof. So we're going to get a full package from them, and then we're going to pair that with our light controller and a sound unit that we've just got from GT Power. So stay tuned. That's going to come up fairly soon. So let's get this hitch installed. Okay. So basically what you get is two frame extensions for the rear, a hitch, and a new hitch mount. I'm pretty sure we can just use the existing hitch mount. I think this is the same plastic, so maybe the second one for when this does break, because this will break. If you look factory on the truck underneath, they do have a hitch on it, but they didn't make it long enough to reach the bumper. So they sell you this kit so you can finish the job off for them. Okay, so we've got the strangest hitch I've ever seen, with a nice little ball here that's going to screw onto the end. You do have 4 spacers in here. 2 of the spacers are 0.5mm thick, and 2 of the spacers are 1 millimeter thick, and they're both 3 mil by 6 mil. We removed the stock rear bumper piece. I'm gonna actually see if this plastic is stronger than this one. Actually, I think this plastic is stronger. Hopefully we can move that back and reuse that. Then they want us to stack the 1 mil and the 0.5 millimeter spacer instead of giving us a 1.5, just to replace the gap that goes between your sway bar mount here and in here, because she's gonna run out the back. So let me pull that out. Dump all this hardware. We probably don't need most of the hardware. We've noticed a trend with CEN is they're sending out a lot of hardware that just goes right back into my hardware bin. So no complaints, but it's kind of nice. So free hardware is good. Frame pieces are pretty sturdy. They're not just C-channel. They are nice chunky pieces, so that'd be nice. So very simple. Take out these 4 screws on the very back, take off the bumper, put the spacers in, Loctite the screws, put them back in. Oh yeah, this piece is definitely a lot more sturdy for the rear bumper than this is. Look at this. It's just flimsy. This guy is nice and sturdy, so there must have been some plan changes, because this is poop.
Well, unless that one's too brittle.
Yeah,
right?
That could be it too.
That one might have a little bit more give if you're pulling something. It's a little bit more give and twist and whatnot, you know.
Did it say Chevrolet? Did it say Chevrolet on the front of this truck? I didn't see it. Yeah, very simple, guys. Toss those in. You're gonna want to grab a 1 mil spacer, a 1/2 mil spacer. Yeah. Okay, so make your life easy. Can you see here? Put your screw through out here in the open. Put your spacers on. Stick it through. Start with that. Do the same on the other side before you start tightening anything up. And you've got some room, or you're gonna hate yourself trying to put those in there. So again, really quick, your screw in. Put your spacers on. Sorry, my fat hands are in the way. There, the hard part is in getting those guys in. I would just put Loctite on those screws right now before you bed them down. Oh yeah, just carefully one side at a time, get the bolt started, and you're good to go. So, check this out. It's got a little bit of play in it. Just push it up as you tighten it for now. Hold it up. Do the same on the other side, so at least you have a constant. At least your hitch will be just a little bit higher up. You can push it down if you need your hitch lower a little bit. We're going up. I'm not growing up. I'm going. Okay, there we go. We got that buttoned up. Nice, sturdy. I like how they did it in the machine solid piece, not just a kind of a knick-knackery piece of plastic. We went with the OG mount that was on it because it's a heck of a lot more sturdy. This guy is more flexible, but I think like we were chatting in the video there, it might be for people that are rock crawling or backing up into things and it was breaking. So they've given you this option if you're going to do that, but I think the sturdy option we like better because we're going to put weight on and stuff and I don't want it bending. So next step now is just install this cool hitch with this funky little bend. And we'll put the body on first to figure out where we want it. It was looking fantastic. And yeah, you can, however you want, it is kind of designed to sit, you know, kind of drop around the body like that. So we're going to put it kind of back there so you can see the chaos on the side. Gives it a bit of room. Looks pretty good like that, I think. So doesn't hit the body. Looks fantastic. So yeah. And then it's just one screw through the side there to lock her in. There we go. Rear standard bumper pull hitch, gooseneck hitch, looking fantastic. Wheels, tires, we have new tires coming, guys. Remember, we had to pull those off with the stock wheels just so we can get them on the truck for now. The trailer won't be ready for another month or so yet, so the tires don't actually have to have any traction on the rims. We're hoping to have a set. We have a couple placed orders in eBay, a couple other places just trying to get them here quicker, but everybody's saying October. So, besides that, anything to say, Jesse?
She's pretty.
Hitches leave stitches?
Itches be tripping.
Okay, cool. We'll see you guys back here later on with this truck in another video.